the kinks.
Okay, we're going to keep it like
Actually, the two old people trying to figure this out.
You know what?
Oh, well, I'm older.
Speak for yourself. Like, we're going to be respectful on here.
Oh, yes, we will. Yes, we will. We will. Very much so. Hey, Symphonic Melody.
Hey.
Are you up there now? I don't see you. Okay, let's see. Yes. Now go to my live. You got to go to my live.
Me? You going?
Oh, I don't know how.
Okay.
How you do it?
You said hockey sticks.
How do
I go to your live? Because I'm on my own live. So if I go to your live, remember that's how we. But
if you go to my live, then you'll be on my live, and I'll be on your live.
I can do that from here?
I think so.
I don't think so.
Twin, where have you been? Oh, twin, where have you?
I don't know. So it's okay because I got. Do you know how we do? You gonna help us? Yeah, she gonna help us. Ashe.
Stick your head in there. Say hey.
So who's hosting?
He can join as a host too. See? Accept. And where do you go?
You in there?
Yeah, but we double.
It's gonna have to be that way.
You're in your live. You're in your live. It's just both of them are on the same screen.
Benny, you want to do it like that?
I don't care, but I can hear you. Oh, it's gonna be there. Turn it. You see it? Oh, that's right. Okay, mine. Oh,
you speaking in tongues?
Yeah, I did. Well, don't do it.
I'm saying.
Don't do me.
It didn't sound like it was Yoruba, but
Okay, how about that? There we go. Y'all might need to move to separate rooms.
That's not the way it's supposed to be.
Melody. What did you say? Even muting with cause echo. I muted it. Or I turned it down.
I turned mine down too.
Can y'all hear it now? It's better now. Good. I just turned mine down.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It sounds fine. Good. Okay, this feels weird though.
Do I join one of y'all?
It don't matter.
Yeah, I don't think it matters. We're gonna go like this.
I'm in my live too.
Okay.
So do I join y'all, or do you want people to try to hear y'all from my live?
I don't know. What you want to do, Bob?
I don't care. It's up to you.
Slight echo, but not distracted. Okay. I could. I don't know if I'm muting me.
Synergy. Let's see. I'm gonna accept that.
Boom. Look at that. Boom. Wave ball. Wave to the beat.
Child.
This is 45 plus.
I'm only 30.
No.
30.
What we supposed to be doing? I forgot.
Okay, so I'm gonna introduce myself. I think that's right.
Where you say?
Right,
Yeah. Okay. Because I'm still right here.
Yeah, but on my feed.
I'm right here.
So when I download the video, okay.
Don't that happen?
So you easy.
Hey, is it me3?
Yeah.
Oh, you can.
Yeah.
We figured it out.
I'm trying to tell you, so what happens is you can go back and make clips from each person feed.
Yeah. Okay. Look, I didn't say Lord. Well, we made it. I should.
So,
I don't know what he was doing.
You're talking about Ancestor, veneration, and what was the other word? It was hold on. Ancestor veneration, and I'm gonna have to look. how that look too. I don't remember. I took my vitamin this morning.
I took mine too.
I got two the gummy vitamins.
That's the key vitamins. That's not even good. Ancestor veneration and honor versus
Exploitation. I said.
Did y'all do it?
I said.
Okay. Ancestors and trade. Honor and versus exploitation. That's what it is. You got
I said.
You gotta say this.
I said.
Look at I'm looking at that.
I'm tapping the screen. Y'all gotta tap the screen.
Yeah.
Tappity.
She's talking about other people.
Yeah. Hey, Nessa. Because they are on 3 different lives together. Well, you know.
It happens. It happens.
50 plus.
We want to make sure we got every base covered. You know. So it's too funny. You know, I don't know what the idea is. If I can, I'll make you get this video in its entirety. It is a distraction.
Cut me loose as a host.
I
might can do it myself. Give me a
don't
second.
like to cut anybody.
Big.
You'll need to
I'm not
relinquish the
I
live.
don't know how to do it.
Click the co-host where I clicked it on your thing on your device.
It said host or guest.
Oh, Jesus. Not her. Oh,
I'll be
her.
back, y'all. Give me 10
Somebody
minutes.
be back.
Let's see.
Don't pick at me no more about not knowing.
It only, so I don't know.
2 of the 3
okay.
people have to mute. Did we just mute? Is we all muted?
I'm
Is it
I'm out.
she's out.
I'll-
Now we don't know what to do.
Now,
Hey, y'all.
to talk crap about.
Right. How y'all doing today? Listen, today is starting a first day of what we would call a segment, Me Mama Monday with Baba.
Me, mama.
Yeah, Me
Yeah.
Mama Monday.
Yeah.
But it actually came from Baba because on Mondays Baba is away.
Wow.
That's what you said.
That's me.
I'm sorry. But, so we decided that this would be a great opportunity on Mondays just to share together the things that I'm learning, things that Baba knows about Ifa and how it interconnects to other things. Like we're very well-rounded, I would say.
Benny.
What did you hear say? I saw you hear
I don't
say.
say. I don't know.
So I thought that Mondays would be great. We thought Monday would be a great day to have these conversations live and in your face and be as honest about things as we can and open about things as we can, but straight to the point. Like Baba don't play. He says what he means what he say what he means.
I said.
Okay. So that's what we gonna do. So now today, we get ready to start talking about honoring the ancestors. Today. So I have some talking points here.
Can I say one thing first?
Go ahead.
I go, Mauricio. And.
Do it again.
I go, Mauricio. And. This is how we welcome the ancestors, right? Because they don't have shape anymore. So it's almost like the ghosts. And it talks about one of the things that we feed our ancestors, which is an agbo. Yeah, so agbo, ram.
A ram. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Agbo, bo. It's like plenty. Agbo.
I'll play it to you.
Mauricio is like the grove.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's a whole other thing, yeah, because that's what people do when they see them ghosts.
It's a ghost. So thank you for those hearts. Let me also say before we kind of delve into it, also today is Bibliomancy with Mama Sunfire at 7 p.m. So I would love to see you all back tonight at 7 p.m. Ashe. And Baba, okay, so let me just ask you this, as far as ancestors, like in Voodoo, we do ancestral altars. So in Ifa, could you explain or just, okay.
Because, after my Ifa initiation, my life OD, like yours,
Ashe.
says that we are ancestors. So,
That's what it said.
mine is a Yaku Pelekan,
Mine is
Otura, Tikkun. And so what that means is that the energy or, the energy that support us the most are the ancestors. So how is that relevant, right? Mediumship, how we relate to people, even, being an empath, but it's a little bit different than being an empath, but being able to kind of like channel those energies. For me, I don't do street readings. My thing is mostly about like, I have to be talking to the person.
Yeah.
And so I have to have permission and things like that. But that's me. Other people do it in a different way. But able to channel the person's ancestors, whether it be a word, a phrase, a name, those type of things. So that's how we can see it manifest. There's some other ways you can see the ancestors, but we'll get into that later. But what that means, as far as veneration, we venerate them by everything we do, first of all. And so our ancestors aren't those energies that will kind of like go get people, if you will. Yeah, and so it's their own ancestors that kind of will go get them. There's, it's OBD, right? OBD, right? They talk about Ifa tells us that it is our own ancestors that do it to us. It's someone else's ancestors that will do it to them, right? Because they have these oaths, right? So we're born under blood oaths, we're born under all these different types of coverings and bonds and things like that. And so, but it is one's own ancestors that kind of like do it to them. So people have to be careful with that misconception, But
I think that's kind of what you were saying. You're saying like using altars as aesthetics and using your people's ancestors to go get, as like you the bird dog or somebody to go and get somebody, but you'll use your ancestors to go hex somebody or get somebody, but you don't use your ancestors to heal. It's kind of where we ran with it. Like you don't do healing work for yourself, for your lineage, and then many people work on against themselves by working against others.
Right.
So.
Oh, yes, so that's the first thing.
There you go.
So you did ask me about altars.
I did.
So first of all, I started talking about what I wanted to talk about. So we are walking altars, right? Because they're in our DNA, right? The oaths that we had to take, coming from heaven and earth, coming into this realm, slowing down, manifesting, materializing in this world, is because of the ancestors. That's one of the realms that we have to kind of like pass through when we are created in the spirit world, right? So we're created by Olodumare. This is what Ifa says. We're created by Olodumare. From there, we will go to the ancestor realm. Give me a
Working on my nerves.
So we go through the ancestor realm, and then we proceed to pick our destiny. So some of these things happened even before, we pick our destiny. If that makes sense. So before we sit down with all creation and we say this is the things I want, and creation says these are the things you're gonna get. Right, it's this quid pro quo, it's something for something. But so their essence is in us. We embody it, and so the true altar is us. But there's different ways that we can venerate them. One particular way is called Iyadudu, right? And so it is the woman of the house. So if I come around here and I drop something on the floor, Iyadudu's gonna have a but it's for the woman of the house. And so it's Egungun Iya, right? Because we have both maternal and paternal ancestors.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a very easy way, right? We seen it. Pour out a little liquor for the homies who ain't here. You know, we only two. I get two. I really. So just dropping food on the ground, or even setting the plate out for them, even if you don't have ancestral shrine. Even if you don't have ancestral shrine, you know, just setting out a specific plate for them and being able to, and you know, putting food on that plate for them or a drink or whatever, right? That's a very easy way to venerate your ancestors, and they will appreciate it.
Okay. There's a question here on my side. Divine Chosen says, is it wrong to have an altar in your bedroom? And I guess you have a different response.
So the altar should be on the floor, right? Because this is where they came from, really the physical body, the physical aspect. So if we look at it this way, right, our spirit comes from heaven and our body comes from the earth. So we're somewhere in between, right? We walk on heaven, but our head is, we walk on earth, but our...
That's my dad. Talking about ancestors.
Yeah, because Google Bible said absolutely. So even though we walk on the earth, our heads are in the heavens, and so you know we caught somewhere in between. But it is from the earth we come our physical body into the earth we must return. So to venerate them, this is where we entomb our ancestors on the ground, in the ground. So this is what we feed. You know, one of the energies that we feed through the ground.
Okay. For me, now let me just preface this answer by saying this is the gospel according to Mama Sunfire. Okay.
And Bobby from that?
No, this part. Y'all want to make you connected to that.
Well,
so this is going to be my response. Okay. I'm just saying my response. This is my little thing over here. So as I respond to the altar in the bedroom, I particularly am not concretely stuck on an altar not being in the bedroom. The reason why I say that, it depends on your circumstance and your situation.
Right.
It depends on how you live, where you live, who's in the house, or what's going on.
It should be in the house.
It should be in the house. And so with that being said, an altar can be very small. It can be a picture and a candle, a glass of water. It could just be a thing, a candle. And so with that being said, there is a level where that can be possible. I think we get off into, you know, because we have an emotional connection to our ancestors, being in the bedroom, for me, when people say, oh, I don't want my mama in here, well, hell, I mean, you turn it down. Well, I mean, what you got to do?
Big.
Okay, so.
You have to think about the things they be doing in the bedroom.
How'd you get here? It's just, you know, but anyway, so it just depends on, it's conditional. It depends on the circumstance and the situation. So that's why I said that it can be as large as your big mama's house, where the mantle with all those different colored sepia tone pictures from when people were in high school, elementary school, snaggletooth, all the way to afros, and when they graduated from college and had children. That too is an altar. So it just depends on how you keep it, how you create it and maintain it.
Yeah. So when you say the ancestors are kept in the house, they're not kept outside. They kept on the ground or on the floor. If you have a sand, like we have a masquerade and things like that, it's on the sand, which is on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Typically, you want to keep those things out of the bedroom. You want to have them have their own space.
Masquerade was scary.
Yeah. So you know the masquerade, which represents the ancestors, of course, the maternal, paternal ancestors. But I think that might be, kind of the difference in that energy. Where there's other ways that people set up their shrines and where they put them and things like that. But in Shade, you wanna try to give them their own space, and so it should be on the ground, on the floor.
Right. Do you think there's any dangers with, and I guess maybe dangers is a loose word, with accessing ancestors without the knowledge.
So
I don't know.
So we should be Initiation says that we can only access our maternal and paternal direct lineage. Anybody can do that because you already vibrate with a frequency because of the DNA. But yes, when it comes to those, even inside E5, there's different levels of ancestors, and it depends on your path or your road or what your OD says.
Mm-hmm.
So my path is OJ Mimi Isayimi. So OJ Mimi means I brought the ancestors with me from heaven and earth.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of makes sense because all the my family from Georgia on my mother's side are morticians.
Ah.
Yeah. So I'm a mortician. So we have an affinity for, I guess, that raising the dead, speaking with the dead, dealing with the dead. So, but you know, utilizing them, you know, on a personal basis, right? Because they want you to succeed. So if you think about it, everybody's ancestors want each person to succeed, right? They have a mission based on their ancestors, and so doing that and venerating them, like there should be limits and respect, you know, with any energy, dealing with any energy, especially if we're trying to develop a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, you know, just, you know, try to keep the offerings simple.
Look at that. Did you see? Somebody did the cat with the clock.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. So, you know, let's try to keep it simple. Just food stuff that you eat, things that, you know, those type of things, drinks and stuff like that. When you start getting into some of those heavier things like animals and things like that, we should probably stay away from those. But it's really about how you vibrating and what you're asking, you know. So, and you know, whether you are conjuring or invoking.
Invoking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, for me, I think someone earlier asked about how long you keep your foods on your altar and things like that, and that kind of depends as well. You got 4 days.
4 days.
They wouldn't last in here for 4 days. By the second day, there's mold because it's a drafty.
That's good.
Damp.
So that's the first thing that eats the sacrifice.
What, damp?
Is the mold.
Is the mold. Mm-hmm.
So you know, it's death. So you have to think about it. You know, I guess esoterically, if death, whatever the food was given was the energy. So
You can keep talking.
Whatever food is given.
Yes, Daddy. Hold on, y'all. Yes, Father.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was disturbing you, but I know that you said you wanted to use the car later on.
Oh, later on. It'll be
And I
this
passed
tonight.
by your house, and I had to turn around and come back because I thought you needed the phone, the car.
No, Daddy, I'm good.
Okay, well, bye then.
Okay, bye.
I'm sorry I bothered you.
You didn't know. No problem, Daddy.
All right, bye.
Bye. I thought the house done burned down or something. I don't know. What are you doing?
Let me answer this.
Well, let me answer. Is something wrong? You called third time. Fourth time.
I told I see you work with phone so I say no. So you know, just making sure that you know, we doing certain things. I kind of lost my train of thought.
Oh, I got it though. He said black days. Well, so in my house, it's 2 days. The third day is mold. Yeah, and you said 4 days.
Yes.
Yeah, and so I have to, you know, do it at least every 3 days and discard the items. So if it's liquid like coffee or some sort of drink, I pour it in I put all of it in a terracotta pot, and it's outside, and I just pour all my offering in there, and that's just the end of it. If it's food, then I still put it in a terracotta pot. I just kind of cut it up. It's like a hot box. Oh, what's called the thing when you
It's like a jailhouse tamales. Everything together.
Those some noodles there. Like somebody when I was in college. But I got what you call the things when you garden and you put compost. Yes, it. Yeah. So thank you, divine optimist. You knew I was trying to go. There we go. Ashe. So I think someone else said something. Let's see what she.
But yeah, 4 days, 5 days tops.
For someone just starting out.
So, you know, you can't, so they need to speak, right? And so even in each year, these different things we have that will kind of like distinguish, right? And we do it through divination. So at this point, it was just, I was just, you know, so one, we should not be calling our recently deceased ancestors by name.
Okay.
It's because there's some confusion, right? And they're trying to work their way through these different stages of the afterlife. And so, but an easy way to do that is the ancestors on my paternal side, the ancestors on my maternal side, the ancestors I know and the ancestors I don't know. You know, and call them and say, you know, you're going to feed your elevated ancestors. Sometimes we have ancestors that wasn't good people. So we have to make sure that, you know, we're not looking at them with rose-colored glasses. And so, you know.
Some of y'all big mamas was mean.
Some of y'all little daddies was
mean too.
And little. so, you know, but just making sure you do that and just keep it simple, right? You don't have to make any elaborate offerings. Make sure any offering that you give is open. So if you give them cookies, candy, cakes, fruit, make sure the offerings are open so that the energy can be absorbed. And so Iyadudu, aka Mama Sunfire, you know, was saying that the mold. So we actually want that. That's a sign of the dead, right? The mold. And so,
I tried to tell people that, but they was telling me I was wrong.
So we want to let all the energy be used in the offering. And so at least 4 days, right? That's one what? Cycle of the moon? One phase of the moon.
Mm-hmm.
So in order for that, for it to take us into the next phase.
Yep, absolutely. First, okay, so I have would like to say something to Divine Chosen 81. For me, because I know more about my father's side of the family, because my father is our family's historian, naturally I did a little bit more research. I had a little bit more pictures from my father's family, and I have a little bit more connection. However, your beginning point can be as simple as just to your benevolent ancestors, maternal and your paternal ancestors, if you don't know them. If you don't know them, and if you don't know who's righteous and who's not righteous, or whatever the terminology is, you just specify without names for the way we do things over on the food side. And that just kind of has to suffice until you know more. You know, if you don't know, you don't know. And if you have no connection, like I do not have a connection with my my father's side. I don't know them, he doesn't know them, so there's no way that I can make a connection. However, I realize that there are people on both sides of my lineage that are righteous, and there are some that are not. So I connect to those whom I can connect to, and I just don't worry about the other. And whatever needs to be connected to, or whatever needs to happen will happen in time. And I don't rush it, and I don't concern myself with it. And so I would say to you, don't worry about it. If you don't know, or if you're closer to one side, do what you know, and then what you don't know, it'll come into fruition, and then you do what you know. I say. Okay. All right. So now, Bob.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, because I got questions. That's why I'm looking at my questions.
I didn't prepare any.
Yeah, I got you. Let's see. I know what I want to ask. You said it earlier. You said that when Ifa said that we were the same lineage.
Mm-hmm.
That was in the initiation?
Benny.
That's what happened?
Benny. Yes.
Was I? I was there.
So your ancestors are from Oshogo.
My ancestors.
Yeah. So like, it's this thing, it's this thing, but it's not. So sometimes we are always led to a particular orisha, right? And it's not because we just like it, right? We feel an affinity for. I mean, we like it, but it's deeper than that. And so we feel affinity for these orisha, for these different things. Obato, Asuri, Woyofun, Sister Niniola. My junior sister is in Nigeria. She's on live.
Is he? Oh.
So, but we're led to a particular place for a particular reason, right? So lineage matters as well, right? So, you could have found someone from an Ogun lineage or from an Oya lineage or, from a different place, right? You would have been led to them because of your ancestry. And so these things we're trying to reconcile in our life, right? So people are like, why Ifa? Why do this? Why do that? Because what we're doing is our soul is reconciling with our ancestors. And so like, so in Otur Tikkun, it says that we are the same ancestors.
That's funny.
So, well, no, you want me to tell it all?
I ain't sure.
So for my Egungun yearly, my Odun, my ancestors said Otur Tikkun.
Yes.
Right. And during that time, about 4 months later, we went to Nigeria, and that's your life Odu.
That's my life Odu.
So Tikkun, Torah on the right and Okana on the left. So then I cast that in the grove, right? Because I cast your life Odu. And so there we have it, right? So that's the connection, right? Because that life Odu didn't come through anyone else, but it already prepared the way for it. So there's some other things that Odu speaks about. You know what? There's some other things that Odu Ifa speak about.
Okay. The thing.
Ategbe.
Ategbe.
I'm sorry. Itabe. Sorry. There's Odu called Ategbe. There's a Reti on the right and Obi on the left.
Well, what did you just say?
Itabe.
Itabe.
Yeah, Itabe.
Do you want to explain what that is? Or can you explain
what that is? Ogboni.
Ogboni.
So Ogboni is a fraternity inside of, I don't want to just say Ifa because it's not just Ifa, but what I can say is that Aborigine. We are Aborigine. We're Iyadudu, Iyadi, Royal, Alboni, Aborigine, Oshogo. So, in Odu, talk about that. And talk about Benny, and talk about it in mine as well. But, and so what I wanted to say is I cast OD5 first, and then I cast it for you, and then my children have it as well. So it shows lineage.
Yeah.
And so it speaks about it that we should do things based on our lineage.
Yeah.
This is one of them. So Oboni are considered the elders of the night. So I don't know who knows too much about Ifa and the Odu Ifa what it says, but it is.
That was weird.
Yeah, I can't. There's not a lot I can say, but let's just say that they're elevated. I'm saying they're elevated priests and priestesses. Not everybody can be Oboni because it's dangerous. If you betray, you cannot be an Oboni. If you lie, if you steal, all those things are different colors of betrayal. And so you have to be of the highest moral character because it is dangerous. And so where Ifa will deal with one side, Oboni will deal with another. And so they're not the ones who wear the crown, but they're the ones who own the crown. And so, but that's in your lineage, in your life. Something you must do.
Something that I must do. Well, you remember, so I forgot that part, right, about the lineage, what you just said. Because remember I said when I walked into the first temple, where your father was, and I heard Now I didn't know anybody but Baba and the two people that I went with. So I didn't know anybody, and I walked into the room where his father was, and I heard in myself, I heard, "Hey, Daddy."
Benny.
Remember that? And it meant not necessarily my father, but it's lineage,
right.
family.
From your father's side.
From my father's side.
Benny.
Yep.
So, thank you, Ninola.
Which one?
I posted a picture the other day. I got a bunch of sisters.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Bunch. So Ashe, but they all priestesses as well. You remember them?
Which one?
Oh, it was the dark skin ones.
Oh yeah.
Remember when we was doing Abata? I think it was doing Osun too, but they came late that day.
But I remember Abata.
Yeah, it was really, we was out there dancing and doing all that
stuff. I couldn't catch the beat.
Yeah, it's too many drums.
I tried.
Too many drums.
I tried.
Too many drums.
What beat do I listen to? I didn't know which one to listen to.
So, but Ifa will guide us, right? Because we have an ancestral plan, right? There's things that I won't say there's mistakes, but there's challenges that we face even in past lives. And Ifa believes deeply in reincarnation. It talks about it in North Tour Meji, talk about it in other Odu Ifa, but Ifa does believe in reincarnation. And so we come to offer the sacrifice to appease some of those challenges that we had in the past life, so that we will be able to move forward and progress in this life. And so not everything will we handle in this life, if we get to it, right? If we get to it in time and we can, start to work on some of those things, because this is what the purpose of the Ifa reading. So I just want to touch on that briefly. So, like, there's all types of readings, there's all types of divination, there's all types of different things that we can go and receive information. There's astrology, cosmology. All these things are in Ifa, right, in a different way. But when we go get a reading, and I'm not talking crap about cards, but when we go get a card reading, right, we receive the reading, right, we get the information. We allow the person to look into our life. So we have to understand, once the door is open, it's always open.
Oh, okay.
Once the door is open, it's always open. So we have to be careful who we allow to see into our lives, right? Because not everybody deals with ethics.
Yeah.
But with the Ifa reading, we're able to use these things, right? When we make a bow, we're able to use these earthbound energies, right? And spiritual energies, right? Because when we offer sacrifice, we send the animal, the spirit of the animal, post haste to Osun with the message.
Yes.
And we return the rest of it to the earth, whether we eat it or animals eat it. The spirits incarnate the body. Yeah. Oh, just wait.
I don't want no more goat.
I think they got goat stew, goat kebabs, goat suya, goat soup.
No, I'm all goated out.
And you can get your choice between she goat or he goat.
That Cleophas and Rita was in the back talking about, nah. I was like, oh Lord.
So yeah, nah.
I don't want no more goat.
But it's good for you. I always gain. I don't know. It's like I gain weight when I go to Nigeria, even though I eat less.
I lost weight, actually, and I ate more rice than I've ever eaten in my entire life.
It was straight through you.
Yeah, huh?
I want some pounded yam.
She wants some pounded yam.
Yeah,
Curried brown stew, suya, goat head soup. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm listen,
some people have taboos where they can't eat the lips. There's a taboo at Ifa where you can't eat the lips.
The goat lips.
Yeah.
That'd be
of nothing.
There's nothing on there.
Yeah, they got lips.
Oh God, I'm good. It can be my taboo because I never violate it. I don't have to worry about it. I had enough goat
Yeah, and then different things like that. So, but getting in alignment or connected with your ancestral lineage is what kind of like Ifa helps us to do a lot of stuff with that.
What about so here's my other question. As far as are there any particular tools other than the masquerade?
For Egungun?
Yeah, that is used in Ifa for. Oh, okay.
So you have to initiate to learn those secrets.
Oh, okay.
But when you venerate your ancestors, please stand up. So don't venerate your ancestors in the sitting position, right? You don't have to venerate them outside. You venerate them inside. The masquerade will dance outside, of course, but most of the offerings and things that we should make or that we do make should be done inside.
Oh, okay.
Inside the house.
Okay, so don't sit down.
Yeah, and stand up.
And stand up. Okay.
So I think that's one misconception. So that's one. Being able to send your ancestors at people. That's another one. They defend against witchcraft and stuff like that. They like some of the main ones that will do that. Directly because.
But I'm not going to send my grandmama who was 90-some years old
Yes.
to transition. What I'm going to send her to do what? She gonna sing him a hymn to death.
Yeah, you don't want to sing your drunk great uncle.
But I had one. My Uncle Gene will keep them entertained.
So we can come up and smack him in the head. What you sitting at me for?
Uncle Gene be like, "Who that is over there?
They got something to drink.
Yep, got some liquor.
Got some liquor over there. Some white lightning."
I think we all had him. Yeah. My Uncle Gene, chicken in the car. The car won't go to Chicago. That's what.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I won't say my ancestors to do any of the work. I don't normally do that anyway. I don't know what people do.
People, oh, my ancestors don't play about me. I'm gonna send them. It's not possible. And then what if the other person's ancestors are warriors?
Whatever you see in there, don't worry about it.
Yeah. So so my pathway, like I said, is Ojebimi Isanyemi. So I am Alagba.
Alagba.
I'm the highest. I'm a high priest of Egungun.
Egungun.
And so there's different things I can do inside the Ifa construct with my ancestors. Egungun. You.
Okay.
But this why.
That's why.
Yeah. Well, because all of them, your ancestors have a plan for you. Because what do you call it? Tutelary Orisha. And so the only way you can find that out is through full initiation. Right? And so people will say, oh, who has my head? All of them. You got all the Orisha. When you came from heaven and earth, your Orisha, something that the Ori created, manifest, right? So you didn't come with money, but we be trying to find it. You have some. Right? We didn't come with the water. It was already here. So you have to think everything here was made for us. So why do you need one thing over the other? You need everything in harmony and balance.
Absolutely.
So and to clearly open that way, we ask that people initiate Ifa first because it gives us the depth of reading. So with Ifa, we can do a destiny reading. This is the only way you can do it with Iking. I don't,
Go ahead.
Disclaimer. This is
two.
surely for educational purposes. The only way that you can get a life reading is through Ifa, and that's being consecrated. Ifa being consecrated and it being done in the Ifa Grove. So there's a lot of things that go along with that, right? Having Odu present or not, having the Babalawo, not the Ifa, cast the Ifa with the Iking. And so, we're not taking nothing off women, but this is because women give life. Men are supposed to kind of protect it and give birth to different things and stuff like that. So everybody have their roles, but this is the only way it's been initiated. Itefa, and the Ibodu, Ibodu, that you can receive your head Orisha. So why is that relevant? Because Ifa Tomi Lola, Mama Sunfire. For her to know she can have these inclinations or these abilities, she's developed them her whole entire life. And so being able to kind of categorize or hone in on that particular aspect of her, right? So these energies will help me most. how do they help her? They help her because she's a medium, right? She has this knowledge that I don't even think she know where she get it from sometimes.
I know.
So, being able to kind of like speak telepathically even in dreams, things like that. These are things that we know, ways that we know we see the ancestors, but some are more stronger than others. There's no problem with that.
I miss.
Yeah.
I do.
No, only thing she do is miss somebody. That's the only miss she. So, but doing those things, right? This is how we can see, right? Because we may not know. We may just be like, oh, we may give that credit to another energy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But with it being clearly like articulated, we're able to support that energy and the connection between her and that energy.
I say.
And so that's one thing about E5 structure. So, if you want to develop your book of spells and things like that, certain things, right? There's different levels of the same spell or incantation, Odu, if you will.
Oh, mm-hmm. I'm learning
that we can use, and so it's available, right? But it's just about us having the access to do certain things, and at whatever level we at, that's the level where we start from.
Nah, say what's Supreme say? You ain't wrong because I ain't seen her miss yet. Oh God.
Yeah.
I say.
I say, So yeah.
So there's like certain prayers too that you do for ancestors, right? And I know the offerings we already talked about. Are there a particular offering specific for ancestors, or in Ifa, or in Sheshe, or in?
They like blood. They're like gin. They're like so. The things that they accept are a part of the culture, right? So there's no separating, you don't have to go buy something different for your ancestors or for the energies, right? So, in Nigeria, the same stuff we eat is the same things they feed the Orisha. Mm-hmm. And so,
that makes sense though.
Yeah, so, the gin, the cool water, the cola nuts, there's certain animals that they will take and certain ones that they don't, but that's kind of like some other thing, it's above this conversation, but yeah, there are particular things that the energies will like or pick over another, but they like corn, they like echo, they like bean cake, but other energies like that.
Mm-hmm. Can you eat them?
Yeah, it's like black-eyed peas. And listen, I'm trying to tell you, it's black-eyed peas without the skin. That's it. Akara ekuru.
Akara ekuru.
Akara is if you prepare it one way. Right. That's when you'll mix palm oil or spices into it. So it'll have like this orange color.
Yeah.
But the same thing without anything in it is called ekuru.
Okay. So
them big elephant ears that we buy at the fair, and they put the powdered sugar on there. You can even deep fry it and it will come out like that.
You mean the elephant ears? You mean like the funnel cake?
Yep.
Oh, you can. Bean cake sounds good.
It just depends on how you prepare it.
Oh, okay.
Right. So you can deep fry. It's like the funnel cake.
Okay.
Or the Indian bread. And then if you kind of like steam it, or if you steam it, that's ekuru. With nothing in it, but you can also steam it and put fish or eggs in it. That's called moi moi. Moi moi. I remember somebody asked. Right, so it's the same thing, prepared like 4 or 5 different ways, and how you prepare it depends on what Orisha accepts it. Oh. You understand? Yeah. So it's the same basic chemistry. But you just with palm oil or spices or not, or if it's fried or things like that. Then
it's like the difference between a biscuit
and a dumpling.
Yeah. Oh, okay. But see, the only bean I know in the form of a cake is a pie. Bean pie, my brother. That's the only way I really, So, but that's what we ate when we were there, right?
Moi moi. Yep.
Yeah.
We had it for brunch, I guess.
Yeah, brunch. I don't think they did anything before 12 o'clock. I was like, where's the
Oh
coffee?
yeah, they was up getting ready for school or go to work and stuff like that, you know. But they was up cooking for us in the morning when we were knocked out because we'd be up late.
Yep, you sure? Oh my God,
yeah.
they would be up late. I just missed the coffee though. I mean, just side note, I missed the coffee.
So the last time when we go, we'll take some American coffee.
Absolutely, because baby, boy, I tell you.
and creamer.
And creamer.
Yeah. And sugar. We're gonna make sure we got
all that, because we had to go on a hike to find some Sanka, didn't we?
Yeah, we could have sent the boys, but Nescafe.
The Nescafe.
Yeah, they call it Nescafe, and it's dehydrated. It's the reconstituted stuff.
Yeah, we good. That was strong though.
Yeah, it was good. So, so venerate your ancestors for the highest good, right? Don't. The ancestors can't go get anybody. That's not what they designed for. They designed really for protection or defense, right? They're designed for support, right? And they act quickly. And so, we get into like Palo and different Palo Mayombe and things like that, where they use these energies in a different way, but they have to encapsulate, house the energy, so to speak, versus with in Ifa, the higher elevated ancestors. The higher elevated ancestors, you don't have to do anything to them. They're just there.
They're just there. So. Oh, okay. Well, see, I like this. I'm learning more. I'm doing better. I'm learning more.
We're doing better.
Yeah.
Day by day.
Day by day, and I'm growing. And there are a lot of nuances, a lot of things that I guess are learned culturally that as one in the diasporic African American, it's just different. Like coffee.
Yeah.
What do we have here?
Yeah. Right. So I enjoy it, but I think the first place that we should stop on our journey or began on our journey is knowing the self and relating to your ancestors. That's that's why I wanted to do the first thing was the ancestors, because
they come out first.
I didn't know.
Yep. So you can't do any type of celebration without invoking the ancestors first.
Oh well, so dang. I did good then.
Benny.
I did very well.
Benny.
What does that say?
I don't know. Oh, hey.
Hey. Thank you.
I think that's it.
That's it. Yep.
Yes.
Senegalese.
Mundika. Mundika.
Mandika.
Mandugo.
You remember that movie?
Benny.
Okay. I forgot. You kind of
actually that's a people.
Yeah.
That's an ethnic group.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
You right in that age group to remember that movie.
Was it a cartoon?
Yeah.
We should, let us, venerate our ancestors very easily.
It's easy.
They're gonna give it to us. They're gonna give it back to us, and anything you give is going to be given back, tenfold. And so, do these things like, you can do it for 9 days. Just remember to give food for 9 days.
It says the age group for me. Yeah. You said for 9 days?
Yeah, you can do, you can do 9 days, that's a completion.
Yeah.
So, but it's just about completing certain aspects. Ogbato, Ifashegun. I see you too, Ifarike, Aburaboya Boshishe. Do any of y'all have any questions on my?
They may have been asking questions that we hadn't.
I hadn't even been looking. What if the food just dries out? So the food is supposed to dry out, and you want to make sure that it's used, right? Because they don't waste anything. And so even when we offer a bowl, right, to know that the bowl is truly accepted, it has to be eaten even by the animals. So we want those things, but the mold is an aspect of death. And so it means that it's accepted as well. ants, all those types of things will accept the offerings as well.
Yeah, because I've heard people say, oh, if it got, ants on it, or if it moles, or got gnats on it, then, it's the ancestors or the spirits aren't pleased. I was like, how?
So that don't make sense. So who tells the ants that the food is there?
I don't know. They find
the earth.
The earth. Oh,
because that's where the ants come from.
Absolutely. Oh.
So Aye tells the ants, "Hey man, there's something up there. Y'all better go get it." They be like, "What you talking about?
What you talking about, Baba?
Is it drive-through? Take out. Take out. We want some takeout."
Well, who cooked it?
Yeah. Oh, that's Baba made that.
Who made the potato salad?
Mm-hmm. They wash their hands.
You're right.
Eating over there. So, the ants will come and the animals will come and eat the sacrifice, and that's kind of like what we want. Even if you have animals around the house and they eat the sacrifice, it's okay.
What about children eating off the altar, eating up the food?
They can eat the candy.
Baby, killing me over here.
Yeah. They can eat the candy because really that's what the candy's for. Egbe. That's a whole nother energy.
Yeah, we should talk about Egbe sometime.
Benny, because you got me with the clay pot. I wanted to tell you that's Egbe.
Was it?
Yeah, that's Egbe.
Okay, go ahead and talk about the clay pot.
So the clay pot, that's Egbe, and so especially if it's outside.
Mm-hmm.
Egbe is a different spiritual group as well, and so a lot of people get them confused in the dream world.
Oh.
So it's how you interact with them in the dream world.
Okay, now you got to explain it.
Right. So Egbe Akika Shege.
Akika Shege.
So Egbe, I'm Jago Egbe Bibi. I have that initiation too. It was my fifth initiation.
Ew.
Because I had some stuff in Lukumi. I did Apollo and
somebody else asked if you could do Isheshe and Lukumi.
Well, Isheshe is a lot more simpler than Lukumi, and we'll probably get into that in some of the other episodes. But
okay.
Egbe in a dream, you deal with Egbe. You can talk to them and you can hear them.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
With Egungun, it's all telepathy. There's no mouths moving. So we conversating.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and then it comes to me in the dream. Nobody's moving their mouth. That's Egungun.
Oh, like what happened when I
Benny. But if there's talking, that's Egbe. If there's really interaction, that's Egbe. So you can see. So the thing is that some of your family members that have departed was your Egbe, especially if you knew them in life.
Mm-hmm.
But once they pass away, they become your Egun. So you ever seen that movie What Dreams May Come?
No.
It was a movie with Robin Williams in it and Cuba Gooding Jr. Okay. And so Robin Williams, his son died first, and then I think his wife died.
Okay.
And so he went into he died, and he went to go get his wife from hell. Okay. And so the son that had died appeared in heaven like his best friend, which was a Cuba Gooding Jr. Mm-hmm. And he said, if I came to you in my true form, it would be debilitating. Okay. Because of remorse. Okay. So it's the same way in the dream world, right? Sometimes we will see people in one way, but they're not really who they say they are.
Oh, come on here, somebody.
So it can be good or bad. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? So in the dreams, we typically don't eat, drink, or anything like that. We don't have sex. We don't do those things.
So what happens if you do eat? Did the spirit give you something to eat, tell you to eat this or that?
It's a contract. So it's an energetic exchange. Okay. You receiving something, but what are you going to have to give for
up? Okay.
And so, be mindful of people, succubus energies.
They offer you foods and drinks and sex and dreams.
Yeah. But,
what about a hug?
What about a hug? There's nothing wrong with that because you're not taking anything into your body, into your spirit. So you have to think about that. If you take something in a dream, you're accepting something in your spirit. So, or you're giving something on an energetic level in the physical world. So what do we want to give up? I don't want to give up nothing. Not like that. So, but just making sure that we're able to kind of understand, which energies we're dealing with when. But Egbe is one of them. So everybody on Earth that's living is a Egbe.
A Egbe.
That means the group. We the group. Say we the group.
We the group.
Let me see it in the chat. We the group. El Egbe.
El Egbe.
Everybody's El Egbe.
Okay.
So what happens is we can get into these other aspects of Egbe when we start to know more Jagun, Iyalode, Iyalaje, and these different things. Eliko.
Yellow, they come up for me or something.
No.
Oh.
No, you kind of like you. It's Egungun for you.
Egungun.
So you're a high priestess.
Ashe.
It's not me.
Well, you tell them.
Listen, I'm saying
we the whole entire group.
Yeah. You know, she a high priestess. Her ancestors have said it. You know, petite mother.
Petite mother.
That's what we call Iyakere. So petite mother was. We get to see it in a lot of stories with the Alafin. That but he could have no earthly ties, so his mother they would kind of like off his mother, but give him someone else in his stead, and she was the only one that had kind of like power over the Alafin.
Okay.
And so she was the only one that could kind of like veto whatever he had going on.
Okay.
So it shows that even though there is a man, remember I told you about Ogboni and how they own the crown.
Yes.
Instead of wearing the crown.
Wearing the crown, yeah.
So, they kind of like
they can't wear it until I release it.
No, that means the person, you pick
who can wear the crown.
Who can wear the crown.
Yeah.
And so that's more power than wearing a crown.
Absolutely. It's like the behind the scenes.
Yeah. Or not necessarily behind the scenes, but yes.
Okay.
But it's like, it's usually done by a group and things like that. What is that?
You see, the real Scorpion Conjure said we are in the presence of...
Oh, so you didn't know. Oh, we didn't say that, huh?
No, go ahead and say that.
I am Prince Olatona Ifabileke Ojebimi. So I'm a prince of Oshogbo. My dad is Awo Ashera Awo Oloye Ashera Awo Oshogbo. And so he's a prince. My brothers, my sister, that's Niniola, she's a princess. We're all a royal lineage from Oshogbo. And so.
And yes. I'm connected spiritually.
Yeah. You royalty too.
Well, actually,
but
we're related somewhere.
But all Iyami are considered royalty.
Ashe.
So that's a whole nother thing too.
Yeah.
There's different levels. Everything has the mother's energy because they created it.
Ashe.
So, but there's different levels. We got kitchen witches and different things like that. I've been a kitchen witch. I've been a candle burner. I've been a glass water talker.
You've been a kitchen witch? Shut up your mouth.
I'm trying to tell you, I had to get here some kind of way.
What you say? Candle turner?
Candle burner.
A candle burner. So you burn the candles?
The glass candles and stuff, read the wax and all that, playing with fire.
What? Man, now that's I like that.
I like this a lot better.
You like this a lot, this?
Yeah, because all I gotta do is elbow and I don't have to worry about it.
I like all of it.
I mean, I like that too because it helped me learn, certain things, but it's just easier now, because we do elbow. And so even before they try to get out the car on us, we already got our foot on the door.
Yeah.
So yeah, pretty much. But so it don't mean we ain't gonna go through stuff. We have to, but we're gonna always get the last laugh.
You say, girl, I see them roaches. You might.
They're running with.
They might be.
Turn the light on them.
They might be. You ain't no telling.
I don't think she's talking about back then.
I don't know. Maybe so.
She's saying that I took it like you turn a light on somebody.
Oh, okay.
Watch the roaches scatter.
Oh, maybe so. I don't know. I live in an old apartment. You might. Okay. Anyway, Caden back there making noise. He in the room making noise.
Baba, you have questions.
Oh man.
Baba got a question.
My Baba say, I'm Ogun. Should I be? So a lot of times, so we all have Ogun, right? I got over here with Ogun, right? I'm talking to you using Ogun, right? The iPad, and the microphone, the cars we drive, the knives we use, the doors we open with metal, all that's Ogun. A lot of times, right, we don't understand truly about Ogun. Ogun is about the process and being patient through that process. a lot of people like to think that Ogun is just about the machete and chopping people's heads off. You know, but it's not. That's not what it's about. It's about the process of developing the machete, acquiring the raw materials, purifying those materials, bending, folding, bending. The process in the fire,
smelting.
Smelting. All that. Even having the fire don't have nothing to do with the metal directly, right? But indirectly, it is the fire that causes the metal to be flexible. So it's really about process and endurance, right? And so being able to sight the goal, right, and see the finish line and continue there. So if anything about Ogun, because we see it in two pathways, we see him as the hunter and we see him as the blacksmith. In both cases, there are processes that are involved with stalking the animal, right, and keeping that focus versus the purification, the folding of the metal, all those types of things, are associated with Ogun. So one of the things with Ogun too is that he can be a little bit emotional.
Oh yeah.
Ogun can be emotional. People that yell and all that other kind of stuff have this Ogun.
Okay.
Because
she raised her hand.
Did twice. So she raised a hand and a foot. So we have to just be mindful, right, and understanding what energy is put on us, right? What knowledge we consume based on Ogun, because we end up acting that out, right? If they tell you Ogun's a fighter, oh, I'm Ogun, so I gotta fight. No, that's not what it's about.
Balance.
It's about balance. It's about discipline. It's about focus. It's about patience. Suru. So you should not be afraid of Ogun. It's just saying that you should be more patient. You should be extremely patient. The most patient. Ashe.
Okay, then I got to be a little bit more patient. I have patience. I got patience.
Shakisha!
I blocked her already. You're asking crazy questions.
What did she say? The third energetic signature says.
No, it's right here. That's the one that said something about the roaches, and then she got to. I don't know what she said.
Energetic
King,
signature.
what do you look for in a man? So I blocked her. It was because she was talking.
Integrity, discipline, being able to listen to their Bible. Like I don't.
Hello, how to follow direction.
Yeah, how to follow direction. I look for them to get out their purse, mind their business.
Your business.
Yeah, that's take care of. Be a good husband.
Yep.
Be a good father.
Yep.
That's what I look for in a man.
Well, maybe I shouldn't have blocked her then. Maybe she was, because I thought she was being smart.
Well, maybe she was, but I'm not looking for any man. I don't think that's what she meant. Or maybe she meant what she should be looking for in a man.
Oh, maybe so. Maybe that's so.
I'm saying.
Well, I'm quick jaw McGraw. Maybe I should maybe I should unblock her, man. Okay, let me find her again. I thought
Aries Jones, you said teach you what, Iya?
I unblocked her. Teach her what?
I don't know at all, Aries. It's over here.
Oh, it's on your side.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay. Well then it's over on your side. Nah, don't unblock it too late. Sorry.
It's too late.
Mama.
Yeah. Look, Witching Kitchen.
What's that Witching Kitchen?
I don't know. No, I was just messing around. I just think because I said Kitchen Witch earlier.
Oh.
And then she got Witching Kitchen.
I don't know.
So but there's so much. There's so much.
There's a lot.
There's different levels of the. There's different levels of the E. I mean, lower vibrational energy. Right, root chakra. That's fire. That's where the fire dwells. We want to stay out of there.
We'll stay out of the fire.
Right. So, what does it say? It says the fire burns the farm completely. The ashe of the fire burns the farm completely. Right, because fire is unquenchable. It don't have no stop.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
It doesn't. Yeah. No, it consumes.
If we light one log on fire, it's gonna consume all the logs. And we have to have a barrier for it.
Mm-hmm.
right? The sun, the ashe of the sun, it heats overhead, right? It can be oppressive.
Mm-hmm.
It is the moon that we should be the most like, the great illuminator, Osupa.
Oh, super.
Right, it can be out in the night and the day,
Mhm.
you know, it always giving us light and it's cool, you know. But being in control, we have to be in control of those energy of fire. And so this is why people look to bend fire and those types of things, right? And it has its usefulness. It has its usefulness.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, some of these energies have, like Egungun has Shango attached to it. So that's a good thing too.
Mm-hmm. Hey,
You're not
Ancestor
all
Dreams.
fire. You're not all fire, Aries. No, you're not.
Aries says
No,
Aries is all fire.
Aries, I know what you are, and you're not all fire. So, let me see. IJ, it's a water energy. No. Yeah, but okay, no, I understand what you're saying. Sun, Moon, and Mercury. You're talking about it's archetype, right? I got an attitude too, but I'm a water sign. You know, this, like she said.
That what you said?
Like she said at the beginning, right? It was actually
Me,
Baba
Baba
Mondays.
Monday.
But Mama is meaner than Baba. I'm trying to.
Hey, Ancestor
But yeah,
Dreams.
Mama meaner than Baba. I'm just trying to tell you. You know. So yeah, no, I get you.
I cuss a little.
I cuss a lot. So it's you shouldn't be afraid of me cussing. You should be afraid when you're not.
When I get quiet,
and then you got a little to say because you already made your mind.
what I'm gonna do, right?
So you know, I understand. You know, but no, being forthright is not a high energy, right? That's like if we think about it, right? It's lust, anger, and those type of things, right? Being quick to move and things like that, impatient, and those things you are not. So I understand you have fire placements, and so, but you are a water energy, and so this is how you know, you kind of like balance those things out.
Yeah, we would have
You know.
up to what 70% water in our bodies.
70, 75, yeah, just like the Earth. The Earth is 75% water.
Yeah, up to. The
Yeah.
older you get, the more you lose your water.
Yeah, yeah, that's when we need the pins.
That's what it means.
when you lose your water.
My daddy says all night long, every hour. I gotta go to the bathroom.
I'm trying to tell you, it's good because if you can't go, it's a problem.
Absolutely.
I'd rather go too much than not enough.
Yep, absolutely.
I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, but
Ask any man.
this is true. That's what he said. So yeah, our bodies are predominantly water, and so with that being said, there's a level of balancing. What happened? What you can say?
So well, no, because she said half fire, half water. So in the same Odu, right? It's in Oshe Bile. It says it's also in Okan Ranadisa. When I was saying it is the ashe of the fire that burns the farm completely. The ashe of the sun that heats overhead. The day that the egg hits his head on the ground, it should break. The day that fire meets water, guess what's going to heaven with a loud cry?
Water,
Fire.
fire, because it'll.
Yep.
Yeah. So I got it. I want
So you know, this help you bring balance, Aries.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because you have the fiery archetype, right? By you perpetuating this water deity, you know, Benny. So as you perpetuating this water deity, right? You cooling yourself and you bringing life and opportunities into your own life. And so it's, you know, you are direct. Oh, she said, "Oh Lord, you are direct, right?" But it requires that, right? In the culture that we live in, women have to be direct. You know,
No hemming and hawing.
no him and horn.
I'm all earth placements. LOL.
I'm a Capricorn. I'm a Cancer Capricorn. So look, I love home life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I love interpersonal relationships.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I feel like
I like cool walks in the park.
I like cool walks in the park. Barefooted. That's how I kind of felt right there.
I'm air and water. Nas the Great said.
Oh yeah, he what's your sign, Nas the
Nas
Great?
That's what I gotta work on, being direct. Cancer. Wait a minute. Nas the Great and so Zen me be free. Who's that? Hold on a minute.
I think that's like Zimbabwe.
Okay. No, Zen me be free. And then Lux Lady says that she's Cancer, Taurus, Leo, but Nas the Great, we're waiting for her to respond. Oh, she's a Libra.
Okay. A Libra with water and air. Oh, hey, make sure your heart is always light. Sometimes it doesn't make a difference about the one thing outweighing the other. You know, so you know, even though it may not be nothing on the scale, there's air. You just can't see it. Right. So we have to take that into consideration. Like some of those things, those untangible things, and making sure. Oh, we're not getting into that, y'all.
I know, right?
I'm sorry.
Pisces, Scorpio, and Sag for me.
You know,
yeah.
So,
oh, you know how to do that?
No, but
okay.
but it's just what I'm feeling from her. I told y'all I don't do street readings.
Yeah.
But,
we used to call them parking lot prophecies in church.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
So, you know, but for you, you know, I was led to say it. Just make sure you are weighing in the things that you can't see, the things that you know, the untangible feeling, right? Feeling, emotion. Not too much, you know, emotion, but you got to make sure that you add emotion into that, especially being a Libra.
I'm going to say something. Sis, is that boy radio up? Is that you?
That's the thing.
You tell him to turn that thing down.
You are
Thank you, sister.
Aries, man. You are sweet. You just don't need people. I
Be
know
patient
that
with people. Is that what you're trying to say?
But you know, she little,
Oh.
so you know, it's almost like she got a small girl complex.
Oh, okay.
And so like, but it come out.
You just gotta hear. You gotta hear.
Benny, but
Yeah.
but she don't have to lead with that.
Okay. I get it.
You understand what I'm saying? Like like you don't have to lead with that. Like, you know, when we get to a place that so we have to relax sometimes in order for our discernment to kick in. So we can't look for it because it may not be there, right? And so sometimes we can do that.
Thank you, Bally.
But Aries, you ain't like that.
Bally say, good evening from South Africa. I always learn something new from your live videos, Mama. Thank you.
You international? I thought I was doing good because my sister was on here, but you got from another part of Africa.
Now I can put that on my resume.
Ashe.
So thank you, Valley. I appreciate you being here.
So Egbe, right? Egbe, everybody is Egbe. So when we deal with the Egbe energy, like you do with your clay pot, we send those offerings, you know, to Osun because they're kind of like above the ground.
That's the heaven.
Yeah. And so the energies in heaven, the spirits, our spiritual Egbe. This is our heavenly mates because it's like this. When you see yourself in a dream, that's your Egbe.
Really?
Right. If you see me in your dream, it's Egbe because I'm in my house.
True.
You know, it's like it would be creepy if I wasn't.
Yeah, that would be creepy.
So you'll see the spiritual aspect or reflection of people.
Okay, so wait a minute. Let's go back. If I see myself in my dream, that's my Egbe.
Right. That's you.
That's me.
Your spiritual.
My spiritual me. Okay, and if I see someone else,
that's a spiritual them.
That's a spiritual them. Oh, okay.
Right,
okay.
and so, but you can offer or interact with them. Right, we can go outside, make offerings, or we can interact with them in the dream world to help. Sometimes they give us messages. Sometimes we can go in there and rectify certain things as well, fight and do different things in the spiritual realm. It's a little more taxing doing it like that in a dream.
I got a question. What if someone says that their deceased parent came to them in a dream and said that somebody was doing malevolent work against them? What is that?
That's a warning.
Okay, can it be true?
Benny.
It could be true.
It could be true, but like, it's a little more subtle than that.
Okay.
So I can't dictate what somebody's relationship is between their ancestor. Right? So in that case, I would do divination to confirm it. And so that's what my suggestion is, because sometimes we see things, You know how many times I've died in a dream?
Yeah, me too.
Plenty.
Plenty
They're
times,
like,
yeah.
like so that misconception is not true. You know,
like I didn't crash.
Yeah,
I crashed into the
yeah,
wall,
like,
but
ooh,
I
that's
did
when
not.
I woke up. Like, okay, it's 6 a.m. You know?
I fell all the way down off the cliff. They said if you don't fall, if you don't hit, if you wake up before you hit, you'll live.
Yeah,
I
that's
hit.
not true.
I hit.
It's not true. So, but it does mean certain aspects of us are dying.
Absolutely.
And so we need that rebirth and that regeneration or that type of thing to happen. So we just have to, there has to be something that will help us to recognize it.
Mm-hmm.
And so like it could be an ending of some sort that we're involved in that needs to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And so like, that's the one thing I love about Ifa.
Okay.
Is destiny.
Absolutely.
Destiny is liberating.
Yes.
It's also...
It makes you committed to.
Yeah. You committed to a plan, and so once it's like once it proves itself to you, you all in, or in a certain way, right? Not just one thing, but it's several things. Once it proves itself to you, right, you be all in, and so like then there's things that happen that you cannot avoid, that you cannot escape, right? Things that you have to do, you know, because you can be karma for someone.
Yes. You can be someone's karma. Yeah.
You know? So if you have somebody that's doing stuff that they shouldn't be doing, right, to other people, well, when they get to you, because of your destiny and your spiritual prowess and the things that you've healed from, and even some of the stuff that you didn't heal from, you can bring them challenges if they do the same thing to you. And so, you know, people have to kind of like understand that. And so, like, yeah, watch out because, like I said, we're under so many layers of protection. So, you know, from our life Odu to our yearlies and the different ones we have, you know, for our different establishments and stuff like that. The things we do even every 4 days, like the offerings, Iyanle. Even those things go to combat the things that the people may do. And so, like, sometimes that's just the way it is. That we must face the challenge in order to bring resolution to it. And so that's the thing. But destiny free you from all that other stuff. I swear. I'm telling you, it'd be from all that shit. All that. I'm saying. So, you know, we're not talking about when you fell off the bike, you know, when you was 9 years old. But we maybe, you know, the way that you got talked to because you fell off the bike may have not been favorable at that time, and you was like, I ain't never riding a damn bike again in my life. Right. You know, some of those things that we go through, right, we were supposed to because it helps us today. So the things that you learn, the challenges that you face, right, good and bad, that happened to you over your life, is going to help you today, right? Because it may be that it protects you against certain spiritual attacks, certain mental and emotional attacks, because you've already been through those things. Oh, been there, done that. So what else is there? What else do I need to be seeing about the situation? But having one's destiny frees you, and you know, and it puts you on a path to have the best, highest life that you can. And so it doesn't mean you're gonna be rich.
I wanna be rich.
Who's that? I wanna be rich.
Who sings that song? Look at hers is delayed. Our head was moving over there.
What was that?
Oh, I find it.
That was on was it Callaway? It wasn't Callaway. No, it wasn't him. It was because I think
It is. Callaway. She was right.
Okay. She said Cab Callaway. That's the dude from the 50s.
Callaway or Cab
Callaway.
Okay, we'll play it.
Oh, there's always commercial. Commercial.
Go ahead, Wet Eye. Get your workout on.
Get about it.
Oh, that's my taboo.
Oh, what?
I can't be dancing.
You can't dance?
Not at all. It's cause
you're not the best dancer anyway.
Watch your mouth.
Hello, somebody.
You This supposed to be truth telling today.
I did. I told you.
No, that's the first and only thing
I
that
saw-
you said was not correct.
Are you a good dancer?
I am a good dancer.
Are you? Well, I was.
You know what?
based on-
Even if you wear glasses, so I can see why you didn't say that. You didn't see that.
Well, I was basing that on when we was in Nigeria, but it was too many drums.
Okay, yeah. So you think I was following this one? I was following that
right,
one.
yeah. You,
Or the bill that was in the bill. I was following the bill that was in the shrine room. You can't hear that. That's what I was on.
Dang, why you can't?
Yeah.
What, you can't dance? I mean, you can't for real?
I can. When I go out, I can't.
Oh, okay.
It's because the ancestors, the elders, don't want me to.
You got to keep it together. You got to keep your head on a swivel too. You can't be all out there chillaxing.
The mothers protect me.
They be like, you can have a little. The mother.
No. If I go out with like events and stuff like that, she's not there.
Well, I'll take that for you. Yeah, I'll do it.
But, yeah, maybe you shouldn't. E-N-E-5.
Why not?
Well, have you seen yourself dance?
Ooh! I have. That's why.
I don't know what you're looking at.
You see.
It's all right. It's all right.
It's all good to hear. Well, we appreciate you guys. It's 4:30 in the afternoon already. It's been an hour and a half.
Are we taking questions? We already took
Yeah,
them.
you want to take questions? We're supposed to take
Yeah,
questions at 4, but
10 more minutes.
Yeah. Anybody got any more questions?
Anybody.
Everybody.
Don't all raise your hands at once.
I missed it. Sage. Yeah. Sorry, sis. Yeah.
Can we replay it? We can replay it, huh?
Yeah, I have to download it and then. What you mean replay?
Like, I don't know. You have to teach me about TikTok.
I don't know much about it. I just ride the car. I don't put no gas in it. I don't look up under the hood. I just get in.
Praying to Ogun, get us there.
Right. Where have I? I don't know where have I. I don't know where you been.
Right here.
Right.
Right there.
Right there. But we were talking about the ancestors, honoring the ancestors, and the difference between honoring and exploiting. What's the pros and cons, the good, the bad, the dangerous, and things like that. Is it requirement to go to Nigeria for initiation?
For some, I would say go because you get to see everything. So when you come back to America, you'd be like, oh, they're not doing it right. It's worth the trip. Because we think that practicing Isheshe and stuff like that is difficult. And it's actually like simple, like you're gonna do your Oshe, but that's your own personal attention to your shrines. We do a 17-day community reading. That's called Itadogun. And so you don't have to do anything. Just send me your money.
Give me my money.
Yeah, send me your money.
Just don't like flying these days. I can understand that, Anessa.
We sat next to each other.
We did, all three of us in a row.
Me, you, and Philip.
Yep. Boy, legs, feet was swollen. Who was snoring? Me. Shut up! Don't tell nobody.
I'm saying you said I couldn't dance. So I ain't forgot. Get my lick back.
Thank you. How do you know if you are being called to Ifa?
Everybody called to Ifa. I know. Everybody called to Ifa because of destiny. You don't have to practice Ifa, right? Like me or Mama Sunfire, Ifa.
Ifa Tomi Lola. Ifa Balike.
Yeah, Bene.
I got it.
So, but it's structure, right? And, all those hoodoo things are a part of Ifa. They are, believe it or not. And so
I'm seeing some stuff. I've seen. I have.
We just do those things after we do the blood, But we do mix things together. We do use foodstuffs and animal parts and bird feathers and stuff like that. We do all that, and we pray over it, and it's accepted. We may add honey to it, right? We don't put people in the jar, but we gonna add honey to the elbow. I'm just saying. This is misconceptions. I don't know about putting people in honey jars, but sometimes we need to taste honey, right? Because honey never loses its sweetness. And so, but honey, even if it loses its viscosity, like if you heat it up, it's still sweet.
Yeah. If it crystallizes, it's still
sweet.
Yeah.
It's still sweet. So, a lot of those things are Ifa-esque.
Yeah.
But we just do it in a different, way. We'll do it at the end, but we're gonna put some blood on it first.
Yeah. But I like that. I kind of like that part.
I know don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it.
I like that.
Yeah. So we got a place for you.
Absolutely.
I'm trying to tell you. So there's a lot of that in E5, but it's just I think we've gotten away from the completeness of it.
Goat screaming.
Sugar on the tongue. Yep, goat screaming. Right, we buying the goat, right? Because we don't want you screaming, we want the goat to scream.
Yeah, yeah.
So those things that make you holler, nah!
That's what they sound like. Too.
No!
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 Yeah, that's what they sound like.
That's what they sound like. And so, it's the truth though, but we buying the goat up, right? That's a woman so better tell us how to do that and why we do it and stuff like that because of challenge. Mm-hmm. So we're able to capture our challenges.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes stuff be bothering us, we can't get a hold of it.
That's true.
And so we get it scapegoating.
Yeah. What is sugar on the tongue? Oh, now that is a word. Someone said that you said a word, and that is Nas the Great says even when you heat it up, it doesn't lose its sweetness. Now, that's a word. That's right there. It is. That's power. That means that regardless of your situation and how hot things get, you still remain consistent with who you are.
Sweet.
Hello, somebody.
Yeah, some of y'all lemons. You ever drink hot lemonade? That's not good. I'm just playing.
You can put lemon. You can put honey on the lemon. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay then. Any other questions? Y'all have any other questions?
Any questions even from
your folks? You read my mind. What it say, Queen? What's it says? What yours say? Am I reading? I'm reading all of yours. I'm all
Tassie Hagbe make me think of Mama. I don't know.
Who is that?
Can you say that, Queen Tassie Hagbe?
She's in the Hoodoo.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know her. I don't know her. You have to show me who she is. I like all that. All right.
I see.
Well, if there's no other questions, we can get ourselves prepared to do.
What are we talking about next week?
Next week, bam, shaka lamb. Let's see. Next week we are on.
Pull it up.
I'ma find it.
Sure you are.
Don't rush me. It's on here.
I'm not, but hurry up.
Next week is next week is spiritual entitlement. You don't owe everybody your energy.
You owe your ancestors and stuff your energy.
That's about it.
You owe yourself your birthright.
Right. Yep. So that's what we'll be talking about next week, unless something happened, and then we talk about something else. But spiritual entitlement for next week, next Monday. This is Mean Mama Mondays with Baba.
Hold on, you gotta say something mean. Oh, you did say something mean.
What I say mean?
You
can't dance. And you said something mean back.
So if you would like to learn about Sheshe, please give me a follow. We have all types of things available, and let me say this. I thank you, Yanifa, for sharing your platform.
You're welcome.
May all the Orisha, Rumle, the ancestors, Iyami, all protect and guide you. So we're on Patreon. We have classes 3 days a week, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Mm-hmm. There's different levels of subscription there. You can follow us on YouTube at Iyadudu Temple.
Wait a minute, you went too fast. Where was it?
On YouTube.
On YouTube.
At Iwa.
At
IWA.
Mm-hmm.
At symbol Iyadudu. Iwa. Temple. Temple. Mm-hmm. So that's a whole nother thing too. Iyadudu means the black woman, the black witch.
The black witch.
Black mother. Black Iyami.
Black Iyami.
But it was really the red Iyami.
Which one is it?
It was taboo to call her the red lady.
Ah.
So
Okay.
Oromila used to go into Iyadudu and cast Ifa. So the authorities on kind of like Ifa, Egbe, and Osun.
Mm-hmm.
So Oromila when he would come, he would to Oshogbo. He would stay in Ilialare, and he would go into Iyadudu to cast Ifa for the people.
Mm-hmm.
And so they would call the woman who knew all the stuff about Egbe, Iya Pupa.
Mm-hmm.
And it was disrespectful, so they changed it to Iyadudu out of respect. So if you think about it, like esoterically, the red one because we deal in blood, the black in the defense of others, and we wear white.
White. And white is
Elevated.
elevated.
Elevation, higher level, higher. So Obato, Asuri Warrior Fun. So, but you know,
Bubba, you did good.
did I?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
you did. Absolutely.
You know, but we have classes, and if you want to learn about Ifa, you know, follow me. Find us on YouTube. I'm on Facebook. All over the place. Latona, Ifa Bileke, OJ Bimi.
Laton.
Yeah, thank you. I was like, I heard you say spell it. Spell it. Go ahead, Eden.
Latona. What's that thing called at the bottom? Dash. No.
Oh, that's my last name.
No. Not. I was giving them your thingy. I was giving them your
You need
account
to
name.
Give your TikTok handle.
Yeah, TikTok.
Latona Ifa Bileke.
Okay.
This is Latona Ifa Bileke everywhere.
The one that has the underscore is
Underscore.
Not him.
That's the word. That's not him.
That's not him.
That's what it say right there. Who that looking at?
Oh yeah, that's me.
That's him.
That's me. Oh, maybe the other one's not me. I don't know.
There is another.
Is there?
Oh.
Wow.
So
You got a
Latona
clone too, huh?
Benny. I'm a twin.
Yes, you are.
Latona Ifa Bileke. That's my name everywhere. TikTok, Instagram,
Thank you, Nas.
Facebook, YouTube. It's the same everywhere. So, you know. Underscore. He said underscore.
Yep.
So,
Underscore. I couldn't think of that word.
Me either.
What was that?
Threads.
What'd you say? Bridge what?
Threads.
Thread.
Oh,
yeah.
threads. I don't
Same
do
thing.
threads.
Yeah,
I don't know nothing about that.
I need to get me a YN to do my my threads because I can't get it. I can't get it.
I don't know what. I'm doing good. Just not working on this.
You know, I don't even know how to use this. Like, I had to get both of y'all to help me set up. You know, but like if it come to cast and E5 stuff like that, I got you. If it come to Egbe, I got you. This other stuff, I don't know.
I just drive the car.
Yeah.
I don't put no gas in it.
ride
I don't
in it.
check under the hood. I just drive it. So, but again, your reading was great.
I didn't do one.
I guess when you were
Okay.
talking to the lady.
Okay. Yeah.
So, in about 7 o'clock tonight, which is about 2 hours, 2 hours
And
15
17 minutes.
or something like that, I'll be back here to do the bibliomancy on Monday nights as usual. And then on Friday nights, I'm with Ancestral Dreams at 3 p.m. And so we have conversations then. And Baba, what else you do during the week? You got?
We have classes via Zoom Tuesdays and Thursdays from 8 to 10 Eastern Standard Time and at 12 p.m. noon on Saturday. We do have rewinds or the replays available through Patreon and stuff like that. But, you know, just come check us out, you know. You can shop with us if you need anything, but I don't know what y'all would need.
We got our candles in there.
Yeah, we don't have. We got candles at the shop, but you know, just even if you want to talk about E5, learn something, you know, just message me, you know, and I'll get back to you. Ashe.
Ashe. Well, thank you guys. I appreciate.
Ire Pupo.
Yes, say it. Let's go ahead.
Ire Pupo, Ire Aiku, that's long life.
Uh-huh.
Ire Aj, which is wealth. Ire Omo, which is children. Ire Aya or Oko, which is spouse. Ire Ishegun, which is victor over adversary. Ire Alafia, which means peace. Ire Pupo, plenty of blessings for you all and for your families as well.
Ashe.
So, yeah. Ashe.
Ashe. Okay, bye.
Okay.